We close out our series on the hiring of Will Wade by talking about profile, potential, and resources. First of all, we have to thank Kevin Keatts. The run to the ACC title in 2024 and the Final Four may have really contributed to raising the profile of the program, possibly reminding folks that winning can happen here at NC State. Now, we're super excited to have Will Wade here, although I'm still hesitant to automatically pencil us in for a top 4 finish, but the potential is absolutely there. Definitely super excited for Kansas to come to Raleigh now, at least. We should mention at this point that Boo Corrigan and his staff ran a flawless coaching search. There weren't the usual leaks that normally happens during this time, where the hiring is happening in the public arena. And it really shows that using a search firm to help hire a coach is not necessary. Boo understood what the mission was and rallied all the resources in one direction towards it. He sold both the boosters on Will Wade and also Will Wade on the potential that those boosters and the fan base at large can provide. NC State has never really shot for the moon with a coach like this, always trying to cash in on a young and up-and-coming coach. In a lot of ways, because of the show cause that Will Wade was under and him having to go away from the limelight for a few years, it seemed like he's actually under the radar. And NC State may have caught a gem that other people were otherwise overlooking. We can see now that him winning that one game at McNeese against Clemson in the NCAA tournament may have been the absolute best thing for NC State, because it reminded everyone how good of a coach Will Wade is and raised his profile as he's about to start this new venture. One thing's for sure, Will Wade is not going to be bothered by other more bluer programs. Two things that really stood out to me during all the interviews that Wade has been doing the last few weeks about what he's looking for in his next position. He wanted to go somewhere where he felt he could compete for a national championship. A lot of times that feels like just something that coaches often say to pump up fan bases, but with Will Wade, you really feel like you mean it. The one note there is that he said that realistically, there's only been maybe a dozen places historically that could be in the position to compete for a national championship, but in the new regime of NIL and now with revenue sharing, that number may have now doubled or tripled. So it comes down to which programs are willing to commit. The other thing that I'm hoping comes true is he said that he wants his next stop to be somewhere where he can stay a long time. Given that he has a young family and they've had to move around quite a bit, he wants to be able to go somewhere where he could put down roots. NC State has shown consistently that if a coach is even moderately successful, the fans will embrace them and that the coach can stay really for as long as they want. Dave Dorn and Elliot Avent are great examples of that. So here's hoping that all those things come true and Will Wade is able to take NC State to the promised land. All signs are pointed directly towards it, and things always work out in NC State's favor, so I'm sure it'll work out, right? What do you think?